Attention passionate New York Giants fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on the New York Giants' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave division rivals stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true New York Giants fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and other New York Giants fans. Let's get to the news. Now, hold on tight because what I'm about to tell you might be one of the biggest rumors swirling around the NFL right now, and it involves our beloved Giants making a move that could seriously shake up the NFC East and the entire league. Rumors are flying that the Giants are eyeing a blockbuster trade, and it's not just some hearsay. Sources with inside information suggest that the Giants are in serious talks to acquire Michael Pittman Jr. from the Indianapolis Colts. Now, before you get too excited or start thinking this is a done deal, let's dive into what this could mean for the Giants, why such a move would be a game changer, and how Pittman Jr. fits into the bigger picture of our team's future. First off, who exactly is Michael Pittman Jr.? Well, for those who might not be familiar, he's a 28-year-old wide receiver who's built like a tank at 6'4" and 223 pounds. He's known across the league for his physicality, reliable hands, and ability to win contested catches. Over the past few seasons, Pittman has really established himself as one of the more dependable receivers in the league, especially when it comes to making those tough catches under pressure. His 2025 stats are pretty impressive. He played all 17 games, racking up 92 receptions for 198 yards and 7 touchdowns. His yards per catch sit at a solid 13-0, and he's been targeted 8% of the time when he's on the field, showing that the Colts have leaned on him heavily. His catch percentage of 8% indicates a receiver who's not just making plays, but also reliable when it matters most. Moreover, his PFF grade of 81.2 and contested catch rate of 58% tell us he's a guy who can go up and get the ball in tight coverage, something our offense desperately needs to elevate its aerial attack. Looking deeper into his career, Pittman has been a consistent performer for 6 years now, accumulating more than 482 receptions for over 300 yards and 32 touchdowns. His average yards per target, 8.2, and yards after catch of 3.2 yards per reception highlight a receiver who can gain yards after catching the ball, making him a versatile threat. Despite some injuries, like hamstring issues in 2025, Pittman has managed to stay healthy, missing 0 games that season and posting over 100 yards with the Chargers in 2025. It's clear he's a guy who can contribute immediately and bring veteran reliability to the Giants' receiving core. So, why would the Colts consider trading Pittman Jr.? Well, for starters, the Colts finished 7-10 in 2025, a disappointing record that has them looking to rebuild. With a team that's currently around $8 million over the salary cap, Indianapolis needs to make some tough decisions. Pittman's hefty contract, around $24 million a year, weighs heavily on their cap situation. Trading him would free up roughly $30 million in cap space, giving them some financial flexibility to pursue other targets or rebuild with younger players. The Colts are also in the middle of a youth movement, trying to develop their defense and build for the future, especially as their defense gives up around 29 points per game, which isn't good enough for a team that's trying to contend. Their odds of winning a Super Bowl, which were at plus 1,200, have taken a hit, and it's clear they're prioritizing a rebuild over immediate competitiveness. This gives the Giants a real shot at acquiring a proven receiver without giving up too much in return. Now let's talk about what Pittman Jr. could bring to the Giants. Our current passing game averages around 218 yards per game, which is solid but could be significantly improved with a player of Pittman's caliber. Adding him to the mix, especially with his projected 198 yards for 2025, could boost our passing yards by nearly 22%. That's a huge upgrade. His ability to gain an additional 9 yards per route over our current receivers and his success in contested catch situations would open up a lot more options for Daniel Jones. Think about the kind of mismatches Pittman could create for our defense. His size, strength, and ball skills would make him a nightmare for defensive backs, especially in critical third-down situations. And it's not just about the yards. His presence would also free up other receivers. If the Giants manage to land Pittman, it could push other WR targets to step up, adding an extra 250 yards to the total receiving yardage, which is a big plus for our offense. The impact on our red zone efficiency and overall offensive production could be substantial. When the Tampa Bay Buccaneers traded for Mike Evans in 2025, his addition boosted their offensive output by roughly 25%, and they went from an 8-9 record to making the playoffs with a 35% increase in win probability. If Pittman can emulate even a fraction of that impact, the Giants could be looking at a much more explosive offense that can keep pace with the best teams in the league. His ability to contest passes and win those 50-50 balls would also help Daniel Jones extend drives and keep defenses honest, especially in critical moments. Plus, with the NFL trade deadline approaching on November 4th, this move could be the key piece to unlock a playoff push. The Giants have shown they're not afraid to make bold moves, and acquiring Pittman could be just that, a move that signals the team's serious intentions of contending now and beyond. Looking at the odds, Pittman's addition could also be a game-changer for our Super Bowl aspirations. Currently, the Giants' odds to win it all hover around plus 2,000, which reflects some skepticism about our ability to reach the promised land this year. But if we land a player of Pittman's caliber, those odds could drop significantly, maybe to around plus 5,000 or even lower. His proven production and ability to win contested catches would give our offense a much-needed boost, making us a more dangerous team in the postseason. It's worth noting that similar moves, like trading for Mike Evans in Tampa, boosted their chances and momentum, and Pittman could do the same for us. His status as a true X-factor in contested situations could be the difference between an early exit and a deep playoff run. Of course, the Colts are rebuilding, and they're not going to part with Pittman for just anything. The trade discussions are still in the early stages, and nothing is confirmed yet. But the fact that this rumor is gaining traction tells us that the Giants are seriously exploring options to improve their roster. The front office has been aggressive in recent seasons, and adding a player like Pittman aligns perfectly with their strategy, bringing in proven talent to accelerate the team's development and give Daniel Jones more reliable targets. It's a bold move, but one that could pay enormous dividends if it comes to fruition. Deep dive into the Giants' recent performance and future outlook to understand the significance of this potential move. It's important to contextualize the Giants' recent performance and their future outlook. Over the past few seasons, the Giants have been on a steady rebuild, marked by a combination of drafting smart, developing young talents, and making some bold offseason moves. Their 2023 season was a step in the right direction, finishing with a 9-8 record and narrowly missing out on the playoffs, which was seen as a sign of progress. Last year, however, the team struggled with injuries and inconsistency, ending with a disappointing 6-11 record. The coaching staff, led by Brian Daboll, has been praised for their strategic approach and development of players like Daniel Jones, who showed significant growth in 2023 and into 2024. Daniel Jones, now entering his 5th NFL season, has been a focal point for the franchise. His development from a turnover-prone quarterback to a more disciplined leader has been critical for the Giants' resurgence. In 2025, Jones threw for over 200 yards, with a career-high 29 touchdowns and only 8 interceptions. His ability to extend plays with his mobility and his improved decision-making have been pivotal in the Giants' offensive schemes. However, one area where the team has struggled is consistency in the passing game, especially in contested situations and in the red zone. Adding a receiver like Pittman Jr., with his proven ability to win those contested balls and make tough catches, could significantly elevate Daniel Jones's confidence and performance. The Giants' offensive line has also been a mixed bag. While they've made strides, especially with the addition of rookie tackle Evan Neal and veteran Andrew Thomas, pass protection remains a concern at times. An improved receiving core, particularly with a proven physical target like Pittman, would help take pressure off the line, allowing Jones more time to find open receivers and extend drives. Moreover, the Giants' running game, anchored by Saquon Barkley, remains a cornerstone of their offense. But in recent years, a more balanced attack has proven to be more effective, and Pittman's presence would enable the team to diversify their passing strategies, adding more explosive plays and keeping defenses honest. Defensively, the Giants have made significant progress, especially in their pass rush and secondary. With stars like Dexter Lawrence, Kayvon Thibodeaux, and Xavier McKinney, they've become a formidable unit. However, the defense's success is often complemented by the offense controlling the clock and maintaining possession. An upgraded passing attack with Pittman would help keep those drives alive longer, controlling the tempo and reducing the pressure on the defense to constantly bail out the offense. The historical significance and the NFC East power dynamics historically. The NFC East has been one of the most competitive divisions in the NFL. The Giants, with their storied history, have always been a team capable of resurgence, especially when their roster is firing on all cylinders. The last time the Giants won the Super Bowl was in 2011, a legendary upset against the Patriots, showcasing their ability to rise when least expected. Since then, the division has been dominated by the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles, with Washington, D.C.'s Commanders, formerly Redskins, also vying for relevance at times. In recent seasons, the Eagles have established themselves as the division's dominant force, winning the NFC East in 2022 and 2023 and reaching the Super Bowl in 2023. The Cowboys, meanwhile, have been perennial playoff contenders, with a strong defense and a balanced offense led by quarterback Dak Prescott. The Giants, however, have been working to close the gap. The addition of high-impact players like Pittman Jr. could be the difference maker needed to push the Giants past their rivals and reclaim the division title. The NFC East's power dynamics are shifting, with the potential for new contenders to emerge. The Giants, with a solid core and now a possible superstar receiver, could be on the brink of a resurgence. Their historical resilience and recent draft picks suggest they're building a team capable of competing at the highest level. If they secure Pittman Jr., their offensive potency would skyrocket, making them a true threat not only in the division but across the NFC. Player profiles and how Pittman complements the Giants roster. Let's take a closer look at some of the key players on the Giants roster to understand how Pittman Jr. would fit in. Daniel Jones, as mentioned earlier, has been the centerpiece of the offense. His ability to extend plays with his legs and make accurate throws has been crucial. His chemistry with Sterling Shepard and rookie Jalin Hyatt has shown flashes of potential, but consistency has been an issue. Pittman Jr., with his physical style of play and knack for winning contested catches, would serve as a reliable target on third downs and in the red zone. Saquon Barkley, the NFL's premier running back, has been instrumental in keeping defenses honest. With a stronger passing game, defenses would have to respect the deep and intermediate routes, opening more lanes for Barkley to operate. The Giants' offensive line, which has improved but still has room for growth, would benefit from the added threat of a deep ball, allowing Jones more time to find Pittman and other targets. On defense, players like Dexter Lawrence and Kayvon Thibodeaux could benefit from a more balanced offense, as opponents might be forced to commit more resources to defending both the run and the pass. Xavier McKinney and Adoree Jackson in the secondary would have more opportunities to make plays with an improved pass rush and a physical receiver like Pittman drawing coverage. Expectations for the future looking ahead if the Giants succeed in acquiring Pittman Jr. The immediate impact would likely be felt on the field in 2025. The team's offensive efficiency could see a marked improvement, translating into more wins and a higher likelihood of playoff contention. The division race would become even more competitive, especially if the Eagles and Cowboys remain strong, but the Giants would have a legitimate shot at pushing for a division crown. Long-term, Pittman's veteran presence could also serve as a mentorship for the younger receivers like Hyatt and Waller. His professionalism and work ethic could elevate the entire receiver room, creating a culture of excellence. The organizational strategy seems to be focused on building a team that can contend now and sustain success over the next few seasons. Furthermore, this move could influence the Giants' draft and free agency strategies. With a proven weapon like Pittman in place, the team might prioritize drafting defensive playmakers or offensive linemen to complement their skill positions. The goal would be a balanced roster capable of adapting to different game scenarios, with Pittman as the focal point of their aerial attack. Deepening the analysis. Why this could be a turning point. The NFL is a league of matchups, and having a receiver who can consistently win contested balls is a game changer. Pittman's ability to make those clutch catches in tight windows could be the difference between a field goal attempt and a game-winning touchdown. His presence would also help alleviate pressure on Daniel Jones, who has shown he can be a clutch performer but often needs a reliable safety valve. From a strategic standpoint, the Giants could implement more play-action passes, leveraging Pittman's size and ability to stretch the field. This would open up running lanes for Barkley and give Jones more options to keep defenses guessing. The added red zone threat would also allow the Giants to convert more opportunities into touchdowns, improving their scoring efficiency. Moreover, the psychological impact on the team and fan base cannot be overstated. Acquiring a player like Pittman Jr. would send a clear message that the Giants are serious about contending and investing in winning. It would energize fans and boost team morale, fostering a winning culture that could carry into the playoffs. Character and leadership beyond his on-field skills, Pittman Jr. is known for his leadership qualities and work ethic. His reputation as a consummate professional and team player would mesh well with the Giants' locker room culture. His experience in high-pressure situations, including playoff games with the Colts, would bring valuable leadership to a young core. His mentorship could be instrumental in developing players like Hyatt and Waller, guiding them through the rigors of NFL competition. Final considerations, and the road ahead. While the rumors are compelling, it's essential to remember that NFL trades are complex and involve negotiations over multiple draft picks and player exchanges. The Giants would likely need to part with at least one mid-round pick or potentially a future second-rounder to secure Pittman Jr., depending on the Colts' demands. The team's front office is known for being strategic and patient, and they will weigh the immediate benefits against future assets carefully. In conclusion, the potential acquisition of Michael Pittman Jr. represents a seismic shift for the Giants' offense and their overall Super Bowl aspirations. His size, hands, contested catchability, and proven production could be the missing piece that elevates the Giants from a playoff hopeful to a legitimate Super Bowl contender. As the trade deadline approaches, fans and analysts alike will be watching closely, eager to see if this bold move materializes. Now, to all the passionate Giants fans out there, I want to hear your thoughts. Do you believe Pittman Jr. is the missing link that can finally bring us back to the promised land? Or do you think the price might be too high? Would this move push us over the edge in the NFC East and beyond? Drop your comments below, share this video with your fellow fans, and make sure to subscribe for more in-depth analysis and updates. The Giants' future is being written right now. Let's be part of the story together. And remember, with the NFL trade deadline looming, everything can change in a heartbeat. Stay tuned, stay passionate, and as always, let's go Big Blue.